pussy on your ass. I'll roast your ass. I'll torch that ass cause your ass is stupid. Cause it's a class act reaction. Oh yeah. God damn it. Ooh, fucking to the weed. What's happening? I'm coming at you again. Like I said, this is a two-part. So, I doing one, and I'm gonna get another one, just in case you don't know what number two mean. But so we get ready to do this one. This one is actually on celebrities, ankle grabbers. Some are ankle grabbers, some are weirdos, whatever else. But definitely we're gonna tap in. Like I said, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, comment, share, bing that button so you always get a notification when I'm dropping this for you, so you can view. And we'll go from there. And let's go ahead and set this shit on off real quick, fast like that.
Subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Yeah,
let's get
like you
started.
said. Subscribe, hit the notification bell.
A guy like R. Kelly needs an introduction as badly as the sea needs mopping up, and is an extraordinarily talented musician who's given us numerous hits that soothed and thrilled our minds and souls. R. Kelly is by rights the most successful R&B artist in the history of the universe.
Let me go back real quick.
And is an extraordinarily talented.
Now, let me make sure you can see this a little better. Boom, we're gonna focus right here. If you ever seen Family Guy, in the episode where he get caught with a rare bird in his beard, why this fool's beard look like somebody been just shitting all in his beard, especially right here. They just been living there shitting all in his beard. Oh my lord. Give this man a Mylanta. What the fuck?
R. Kelly needs an introduction as badly as the sea needs mopping up, and is an extraordinarily talented musician who's given us numerous hits that soothed and thrilled our minds and souls. R. Kelly is by rights the most successful.
Like I said, if you watch my first one, you understand. Let me be clear about this too. I just got standards and I set the bars. Let me be clear. R. Kelly, I listen to his music. To this day, I still bump his music. However, this is something that I teach those around me, and I try to put it on their ear and let it soak. There's a difference between personal and professional. I like the professional side of R. Kelly, his music, so forth on. That's what I spend my money to get, is the professional side. His personal side, don't condone it, don't mess with it, don't even associate with it, don't give a damn about it. Because at the end of the day, that's your personal business. I'm not here to condemn you. To each his own. You know, whatever consequences come, you deserve them like rewards. And that's as simple as that. So, like I said, I listen to his music, but this dude is like off the pissy chair.
The R&B artist in the history of the universe. Examples of some of his best work include "I Believe I Can Fly," which won 3 Grammy Awards.
I Piss
Back the
on
Hands
Kids.
Of Time, and "The World's Greatest,"
That's
a
crazy.
song that served to motivate and inspire
The
around
World's
the
Greatest
world.
was not
R.
good
Kelly
at
was
all.
also
Even though it was
songs
about
from multiple
Muhammad Ali, I
artists,
respect
including
that.
in 1995, "You Are Not Alone" by Michael Jackson.
Here's another person. I am truly a fan of Michael Jackson's professional side. His music, I find, not all, I'm gonna put it like that, not all. Let's say before he went to the whole Scream, all that shit, when he got to anything like that, Thriller is one of my favorite albums by him. Just put that out there on the track. So, I am definitely a fan of his music, but I do not respect the position of his personal choice, because you're a grown ass man. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you got to say. You ain't supposed to be hanging out with the goddamn kids. Motherfucker, this ain't the Boys and Girls Club. And even then, you don't hang out. You just do a job, make sure they don't whoop each other. So, that is like, wow. But, anyways, I'm not to criticize, I'm here to react. And the one thing I'm going to say is, he was definitely an awesome entertainer. Definitely. If you disagree, drop a comment and let me know why.
R. Kelly is by rights the most successful R&B artist of the 90s, having sold over 75 million records worldwide. In the United States, he's ranked as the 55th best-selling music artist with over 32 million album sales. Billboard even named him the most successful R&B artist for 25 years uninterrupted until 2010. At the height of his career, his net worth was estimated to be worth $200 million. But this has sadly fallen down to about, minus $2 million. Yeah, you heard that right. Minus $2 million.
Crazy.
He's currently incarcerated at the Metropolitan Correction Center in Chicago, where he faces no less than 22 federal counts that include racketeering and obstruction of justice that could see him jailed for the rest of his life if found guilty. Harvey Weinstein. To hear some tell it, Harvey Weinstein was 15 feet tall and so powerful he could reduce a king to tears with a mere finger shake. He was a colossus in the fullest sense of the word.
Now, this big ear, what the snot box having ass, look like I got hepatitis C, crooked eyebrow across. You gonna tell me you don't think he was fondling and molesting and blackmailing? Shit. He had a boy or two, too. God damn. He looked like an old, fat, greasy, nasty jelly roll. What's that motherfucking character off a screen with the tiny finger, dick, sticking his finger in the damn gravy-ass, nasty. And I'm still so disappointed in Oprah. I'm scared. Yeah. You let him hit that. You don't want to tell
enforcing
nobody,
his will in the movie industry, the co-founder of Miramax is now a convicted offender and could serve as much as 23 years in the slammer. His entertainment company, Miramax, is responsible for several successful films, including the 1994 Pulp Fiction, 1998 Shakespeare in Love, for which he won an Academy Award for producing, and The Crying Game of 92. He's been an executive producer in no less than 40 movies, and these include 2017's The Upside, 2016's The Founder, 2014's Marco Polo, and 2015's Scream. Did you also know that he produced Project Runway? Yeah, Weinstein also produced this fashion.
Yeah, they look like they gonna come report him later on. Especially your ass. They look like they gonna report his ass later on. Like, what the? Yeah.
Reality show that included Heidi Klum as its host. The show currently has 19 seasons and is showing no signs of stopping.
Like, I was his predecessor. I was supposed to learn from him. He was gonna teach me. He told me I look like a man, but if I grab my butt, I can get a job. He grabbed my butt, and I'm still trying to keep the job. Well, he grabbed two dudes, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Just
the co-founder of Miramax is now a convicted offender and could serve as much as 23 years in the slammer. He's serving a sentence at Wen Correctional Facility in New York, where his earliest possible release date is set at November 9th, 2009. He's been married twice and has 5 children between the 2 wives. Suge Knight. In this world, there are fellas you don't want to mess around with or be much. And Suge Knight sure was one such fella.
Now, Suge Knight, I feel like this. First of all, let me be clear. I'm a Pac fan. And damn sure wasn't a Pac fan because of Death Row Records. I'm going to tell you that off top. I was a Pac fan before. I think the first time I actually liked Pac was a movie with Chevy Chase. And Digital Underground made their appearance, Shock G and them. And Pac was in there with them and all that stuff. And they performed the song All Around the World, the same song. That's when I was like, okay, boom. When Two Apocalypse came out, Brenda had a baby, I was like, okay, it was cool, but I wasn't hearing him like that, and it wasn't until Strictly for My Niggas hit the scene and it was like, bam, there it is. Me Against the World is like my #1 all-time favorite album, to the point that if you look behind me, that's the vinyl. The vinyl Never Been Opened, Tupac Me Against the World album. Right there, we got the Funko Pop of Tupac from the All Eyes on Me, and if you look you can't look, but on the other side of my studio / office, you can actually see Strictly for My Niggas, also wasn't open. But to get back to this dude was a Frank Lucas of this time and era, from the 90s till pretty much he decided I'm gonna run some motherfuckers over. Crazy.
The guy was massive, crude, thuggish, intimidating, and looked very capable of eating a box of razor blades for dinner before washing it down.
This motherfucker got diamond-studded handcuffs. See, that's some janky ass shit. You was predicting your ass was going to prison. Who the fuck? Man, that shit don't even look cool because of that big ass bottom piece hanging in the damn chain, and that motherfucker don't slide up and down. It just, yeah, this nigga was institutionalized for real.
with a gallon of battery acid. Suge Knight was also known as the CEO of Death Row Records. He was central to the massive success of gangster rap and his label singing some of the most iconic acts of the era. But following the death of Tupac, Death Row began sliding downhill, with Suge Knight not helping matters by constantly getting into trouble with the law. The reason why he's in prison at the moment is he was convicted of running over two men, terminating the life of one and severely injuring the other. Knight had argued with the two men on a film set before following and running them over. Incredibly, he claimed to have done that in self-defense before pleading no,
they got a crackhead picture. And they done got a crackhead picture with the Osh Posh Gosh t-shirt up under. They took it from somebody on commissary. But when I say a crackhead picture, if you know anything about crackheads, a lot of them like to chew the motherfucking yip. That's what you could say, the yip in their mouth. And 9 times out of 10, you usually catch us looking with a little piece of crack on their shit. Right there, you be like, lick the shit off your lip. On top of that, man, you couldn't get nobody to iron your jumpsuit. They gave you the raggediest jumpsuit they get. What the hell, man?
The charges of voluntary manslaughter. He got handed a 28-year jail sentence.
28.
Vybz Kartel. Can you see into the future? Well, if so, could you tell us what might happen in the year 2046? That's when Vybz Kartel is set to be paroled from prison, and he for sure didn't get sent there for not eating his vegetables. Vybz is a Jamaican musician, singer, entrepreneur, and record producer. He's worked with the likes of Rihanna and Jay-Z, with Drake going so far as to cite him as his biggest inspiration. Heavy stuff that until you search around and discover.
Now I know who this nigga is. Now I know. If you don't know, I'm about to tell you. That's Toothpick. That's fucking Toothpick. This nigga became a fucking music. That's Toothpick. You don't know who Toothpick is? You need to watch Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice. This nigga's Toothpick. He ain't afraid to watch a motherfucking sons go down and crack a man's ass. This is stupid. Oh, man. Y'all very glad I am. I mean, I might do an edited version of this, and I'm going to put the fucking image of Toothpick right next to it. And I promise you, if you think I'm lying, I want you to go watch Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice in the hood. Look up Toothpick. Tell me, for real, drop a comment down below. First, hit that like button. Drop a comment, and you tell me, yay or nay, does he look like Toothpick? What the hell? And he put diamonds on his braces? What the?
That Vybz is a convicted felon, was also been charged with multiple murders. Convicted of one, the killing of an associate of his. Initially, Vybz got sentenced to life in prison and would have been eligible for parole after serving at least 35 years in it. On appeal, his parole eligibility was reduced to 32 years and 6 months. Prison isn't stopping the guy though, and he's been busy releasing some sick tracks. Hardbody Harrison. We don't know about you, but no way are we going near a fella that calls himself Hardbody. Now,
is his shit fried, dyed, and laid to the side? What?
We don't know about you, but
this motherfucker got his shit. Let's have a moment of silence on this with some damn beats. And then he tried to copy the Ultimate Warrior. So you're going to put the bands on.
No way are we going near a fella that calls himself Hardbody. Now, Hardbody Harrison was a Gulf War vet, a retired wrestler, and a 2001 Top Rank champion. All that means he's seen and done some pretty tough things, and he's not the kind of guy that you want to butt heads with. This tough man has served in the U.S. Army. This was back in the early 90s, and he seemed...
Yabba dabba do, yabba dabba dee. Did this motherfucker get a fucking white blonde weave? Oh, God. Y'all killing me, bruh. You look like you about to go eat a
action in Operation Desert Shield and Operation Desert Storm in the Gulf War. Essentially, this was a war against Iraq by 35 countries for invading and annexing Kuwait. He was discharged honorably in '95 after having served as a platoon and motor sergeant. Later that year, he joined World Championship Wrestling as a jobber until WWE purchased WCW 6 years later with Harrison's contract not being renewed. Thereby, he made the decision to retire from professional wrestling. Things didn't go so well for him after this, and in 2007, he was sentenced on charges of human trafficking and forced labor. At the trial, Harrison insisted on acting as his own attorney. Well, he apparently wasn't much of an attorney because the court failed to find his arguments persuasive and threw the book at him at near the speed of sound. Michael Jace. Got some pity to spare? well, then you might want to waste a little bit of it on Michael Jakes. The poor guy is currently serving 40 years in prison, which means there's more likelihood of you winning the lottery every day of the week than his living long enough to serve every day of his prison sentence. We mostly know Michael for his work as a PD officer in The Shield, appearing in no less than 89 episodes of the show over...
I don't know why for a second I was like, yeah, I knew he's an actor, but I was sitting there putting him in that damn one Samuel Jackson movie where he was a crazy ass cop. But yeah,
7 seasons, and he was even in Forrest Gump.
Huh?
Michael is living it up in jail.
Horses on that one. What the fucking... What the deuce?
And he was even...
Wow. He was Bubba. Oh, yeah, motherfucker, your ass, you should have stuck to the shrimp business.
Forrest Gump. Michael is living it up in jail because of the
dream
altercation between him and his wife that ended
tragic.
Tried in 2016, Michael Jakes was found guilty of murder in second degree, and for that will give up 40 years of his life. The moral of the story is if you ever feel like ventilating on anyone, just go for a walk, or do better still, do the ventilating,
punch a bag or something.
How the mighty have fallen. Tell it not in Gath, for the people there have some might.
So, keep it 100. How many of y'all did the whole Bill Cosby yellow pudding crap? I don't do fucking, I don't do all that. So, I'm just being whatever. Keep it 100. Drop them. Let me see. Drop them down there. How many of you actually did it? I know you did it as soon as you seen this big jello pudding doo-doo chasing you.
Big ears and love to tattle like addled turkeys. Long regarded as one of the sweetest men in the world, it is stunning to recognize and remember how low Bill Cosby has fallen. The whole thing is sobering.
That's crazy. I finally get to see this shit too. So just in case y'all ain't understanding, look right here. He didn't have all those moles back in the days. And that's crazy. I'm like, how do you
the whole thing is so
like
tragic, depressing, annoying, and liable to make you want to scream and eat sand by the pound. Born in 1937, Cosby...
They should put a before and after. When we were sane, and then flip it when we both became crazy as fuck.
He always had the good boy aura to him. He served as class president at the Mary Trailer Worcester Public School in Philadelphia, where he also served as captain of both the baseball and track and field teams. Teachers also complained about his jocular nature, and Cosby always referred to himself as the class clown. He went on to serve as a hospital corpsman in the Navy and treated Marines injured during the Korean War. Later on, he decided comedy was his stuff, so he decided to pursue stand-up comedy. One thing led to another, and Cosby found himself in an impressive list of films under his name years later. These films included the 1969 Hey Hey Hey, It's Fat Albert, and 1974's Uptown Saturday Night, the 1990 Ghost Dad, and 2004 Fat Albert film. He's currently serving a 3 to 10 year sentence. Oscar Pistorius. Valentine's Day is generally held to be a day of love. Well, Oscar Pistorius chose to express that love in a very odd way. If there was ever a story that could inspire, it was that of Oscar Pistorius. He had both legs amputated as...
The arrival has arrived. So if you gonna learn. I do a lot of movie references and contents, and some shit I watch be funny. So if you ain't never seen the movie Arrive with the little black boy that's an alien and shit, now I'm going to hell for this, but oh well, it's gonna happen one way or another. This motherfucker, man, probably ain't, because you on this list, goddamn.
And despite that, was able to strap on artificial legs and run faster than ever, with this earning him honor and glory. Plus, another
that shit don't even look real.
Lifestyle. All that came to an end in the early hours of February 13th, 2015, when Pistorius shot and took away the life of Steenkamp, explaining that he imagined her to be an intruder. Tried the next year, he received a relatively late sentence that made prosecutors and most South African citizens foam at the mouth with a bit. After a series of appeals by both Pistorius and...
Hold on, is he really supposed to be down? Anybody knows, if you, I don't give a damn, if you've been in a relationship, you know the scent of your woman, you know how she walks, you know how she talks, you can pretty much damn near depict how she opens a door. Ain't no way in hell you gonna mistake her. That motherfucker is not crying because he mistakenly popped her or whatever, however he mistakenly knocked her ass off. That motherfucker is crying because he smelled his fingers, and he smelled that doodle on his fingers, and he worried about going back to that cell because he know he has to ankle. This motherfucker here, man.
Dave, he was eventually sentenced to a total of 15 years in prison.
Oh shit, it's still on my hands.
And if successful, could be out tomorrow, or next tomorrow, or next tomorrow. C. Murder. Well, how surprised would you be to hear that a guy who calls himself...
Okay, hold on. I'm about to get off subject, because I'm a lowrider guy through and through, but that motherfucking Schwinn right there is clean. That is clean. All gold trim, everything. But, yeah. That's clean. He got old ass Dickies too. Them like some 92s with the damn old ass. Yes. Either this is an old ass picture, which I'll be surprised to see something like that in the PJs.
C. Murder has his name in his heart. We're not surprised in the least, though, that we can't say the same for
C. Murder, man. Good
C. Murder's name is actually Corey Miller, and he's an author, rapper, songwriter, and actor. He's currently serving a life sentence for the execution of a 16-year-old cat, but there are doubts as to whether he did syndicate to the Great Beyond or not.
Definitely shake the demons.
A couple of key witnesses recanted their statements, claiming the Popo had forced them to say what they said, and that contributed to C. Murder serving life for a second degree murder conviction. Chances are high that C. Murder might soon be walking free, especially since celebrities like Kim Kardashian are on his case and wanting to drink from that sweet bottle of freedom. Let's wish Kim all the possible success in the endeavor and hope will be walking free.
Let me figure this out.
Celebrities like
you tell me if I'm tripping. Didn't her husband, go to see the man in the goddamn White House, the dude that's orange, mellow yellow orange, and you supposed to be protesting and fighting for murder? C. Murder. Let's keep that correct. What happened? They gave this dude with the catfish braids that's falling out pardon. You couldn't get him a pardon, especially with what's going. That's why I believe that's a front. I'm like, come on.
Kim Kardashian are on his case and wanting to drink from that sweet bottle of freedom.
You stand in the podium,
possible success in their endeavor, and hope C. Murder gets a name change soonest. Sam Hurd. If you follow American football, then you've heard of Sam Hurd. Guy used to earn his keep as a wide receiver for the likes of the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears, and had enough talent to make a genie drool. Life seemed to be going well for him, but in December of 2011, he got hauled off in cuffs and charged with intent to buy and distribute sinfully large amounts of coke and grass. Most of these to his teammates and the players in the league. Well, under Paul.
Fuck out of here, really, bro? So you spend all your life conditioning your body, your mind, getting yourself together, so you get there. Like, you know, man, please. You did all that networking on yourself to get there to become a basehead. Motherfucker, you could have started that shit in college, and you could have made somebody rich. Shit. And hell, you want to wait that damn long?
Failed a couple of drug tests, which really didn't help his case much. And in late 2013, he pled guilty to his charges and got a 15-year sentence to way over. Hurd is due for release in May of 2025, but
losing careers,
keeps walking straight in narrow path and make sure his nose is clean.
Now you're gonna become a sticker kid. You're gonna turn to
he wrote and filed a motion asking for the release because he had seen the error.
Doing jumping jacks just to
recondition as intended, and he is still in jail as we speak. Take K-47. For some reason, anytime we see the number 47, our minds run fast to two things. The first is a scantily cold and precise Agent 47 from the Hitman series, and the other is Russia's most famous export. You know, the gun with the number in his name. Okay, AK-47 is barely old enough to shave, but he has had quite a life. He's a rapper and a songwriter, with the biggest work so far being The Race. So this is a song where he basically...
Matter of fact, because that show was like, I don't even know who the fuck this fool is. I don't even know who these young ass dudes is. Keep it 100. Some of them I do. Some of them I be like, what? And they got supposed to be having like these little catalogs, whatever. But I do remember him popping up with the Blueface Weirdo and a couple other motherfuckers that I'm certified in my opinion. But that's how I see it. But yeah, damn. You can see the pain in his eyes.
Chronicles his efforts to keep one step ahead of the law. They give it as a sort of tempo run,
trying so hard to be happy.
Well, it seemed that sometime in 2016, KK here got involved in a home invasion and robbery that ended.
Lockjaw. There's look like you got slapped with a raccoon on one side and lockjaw in the mouth. The hell, and I can't stand this hairstyle. Every time I see motherfucker with his head like this, especially when they just big ones, always gives me in my back of my mind another movie reference. Dave Chappelle with the doo-doo locks. It was like shit on your head. Oh, calm your damn head.
With the demise of a guy. For his part in the fiasco, he got 55 years. Well, that's a lot of years, but apparently not enough for Tay-K, who is also facing another charge for shooting a guy called Mark Anthony Salvador, till he departed post-haste to the great beyond. It is very possible Tay-K will never get out of prison, and he seems so anxious to make that happen that while enjoying his free stay at a correctional institute for his own probation killing, he stabbed a prison guard. More grease to his elbow. Jared Fogle. Back in the day, Jared Vogel used to be bigger than the Grain Warehouse on wheels. Then he got tired of lugging around all that excess flesh and went on a diet that consisted of inhaling Subway sandwiches.
This motherfucker lost weight to become a chomo.
Hiring him as their spokesperson. All seemed to be going hunky-dory for the guy until he ran into, well, loads of trouble. Turned out that Jared had a thing for very underage girls, with the FBI
lost all that weight to surveillance. He was happy. Everybody thought he was happy because he lost the weight. Now he's happy because he's
federal prison
to a chomo career.
13 years of that sentence before.
Yeah, you gonna get what you deserve. Somebody gonna make you really touch.
Jr.
You gonna be
have kids,
head, knees,
there's
shoulders.
a good chance that they're
Power Rangers.
Better not tell them that the guy who played Red Wild Force Ranger and Decker is currently serving 6 years for the demise of his roommate. In 2015, Ricardo McGee Jr. was hauled off in handcuffs after poking a sword akin to the one Conan wielded in the epic and iconic Conan the Barbarian into the...
What the fuck? Okay, hold on. If you have ever utilized any blade weapon to penetrate the skin, you have to understand the pressure you must apply to that. Like, what? Like, yeah, I showed you my. I need to line up, but wow, you. Okay, that's a lot of pressure. That motherfucker was angry. His career, he mad about his career.
Fella he was living with. He said he did that in self-defense, but not many really believe him. Tried in 2017, he was found guilty of voluntary manslaughter, and for that got 6 years in the slammer. He was first charged with first-degree murder, but opted to plead guilty to the lesser charge of voluntary manslaughter to save everyone's time. Consider it chappy as Young QC. Chicago rapper Young QC is serving a 99-year stretch, which means he might...
Okay, so... You know, Trippin' or Ivan from How High had a rap career. And I didn't know about, or this is his little brother. Which means they gonna roll this motherfucker up and smoke him and be dumb. Since one was smart, the other one was supposed to be dumb or something. I didn't know Ivan.
Old QC, if he ever
so that's his rap's name.
Other than box. So what's he doing in jail? Well, this youngster hired a hitman to off his mom so he could access her money. That hitman is now cooling off in jail.
Don't laugh at me. I'm just asking.
The situation here is rather tragic, but it looked like QC's mom was actually one of those loving ladies that could and usually did anything to make their child happy. She sacrificed and did her best to give her only son all sorts of material possessions, including a Mustang, but that wasn't enough for the young
be a gangster
and get rich via her bank accounts and the insurance payout.
You have no understanding
showing off his ill-gotten gains in his music videos and showering it on his fans once his wearing dispatched.
In your
May
flat
we not have
bird
these
chest
kinds
halter
of
top
sons,
shirt.
young
wrong with
or
you?
not. Austin Jones. Music, they say, has the power to soothe the savage beast. Well, you could say Austin Jones needed more heavyweight soothing than could be performed via music alone. Either that or the Antichrist in him had the sort of gunk in its ears that not even earth-shaking and soul-melting music can shift or penetrate. Jones used to be big on YouTube until one day he was arrested by agents of U.S. Immigration and Customs at the O'Hare International Airport for assaulting young girls. His sentence is 10 years in federal prison, which he's serving at Loretto, Pennsylvania. The earliest time this fella could be released is December 31st, 2027. And for us, that's about 100 years too soon.
Other than the fact that Justin Bieber, lazy ass,
Kid Creole is a part of history. That's a member of the pioneering rap group with the highfalutin title Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. All he had to do was lie low and make an honest living, and people might well be speaking and reminiscing about him and his rap group for hundreds of years. That might still happen, though Kid is facing life in prison for stabbing a homeless guy.
So, he had a straight Friday moment. I don't know if they utilized that in the Friday after next or what the fuck, but yeah, he told him, I'm a boy. I'm a boy, goddamn.
The man in question was John Jolly,
take the booty.
Incidentally a registered offender that had spent time in a slammer.
It's not my booty, it's my beauty. Look at it. It's my beauty, not my booty.
Furious. The two got into a hot argument that ended only when Kid pulled out a blade and stabbed. Kid, when arrested and asked why he did that, said that he thought the fella was about to rob him. We do feel for Kid, who by all accounts was
and that's the crazy part about it. I know fools that literally all bullshit to the side and all funny games. I know motherfuckers literally that go to jail and they get into a fight, or somebody try to, tap that ass or something like that, and they have to defend themselves in order to survive, and go from 2 years or 6 months on a misdemeanor or DUI to life. And that's crazy, man. It's too late to apologize, but stay
Shannon
focused.
Richardson. Beware of the beautiful woman, especially when she comes bearing ricin.
Okay.
Shannon Richardson is a former actress who worked in films like The Walking Dead.
The fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It looked like somebody, she just came to a tree port.
Anyway, this lady decided to frame up her husband by making it seem like he was sending envelopes full of ricin to personages like Michael Bloomberg and Barack Obama. This was back when Obama was president and Bloomberg was the New York governor, and it wasn't long before Shannon was caught.
He got a big-ass booger in his nose right there. Look at that big-ass booger. Oh, he gonna pick it out and eat it later. Watch.
Need to face the music. She reached a plea agreement, which resulted in most of the charges against her being dropped. Now, this plea
look like a goddamn Cleon or some shit out of Star Trek.
Resulted in her being guilty of the charge of manufacturing and possessing a biological weapon. And for that, she got 18 years.
You look like you'll kill a motherfucker.
She was also ordered to hand over $367,222 in restitution and is due to be set free in November 2028. Really advise drinking tea with this lady, though. Not unless you fancy rice or worse in your cup. Joseph's son. Spending life in prison is one of our least favorite things about being alive. But Joseph's son has no choice in the matter because of his trial and life imprisonment sentencing for doing really, really bad things to one man. Son here is an MMA artist and kickboxer who can probably knock out all your teeth with just his little finger. He's also an actor, appearing in several low-budget productions, with his most prominent role being a parody of Oddjob, the famous Bond villain, in Austin Powers' International Man History. Son was a mediocre actor and martial artist who liked breaking the rules. He and the law were often at odds, and in late 2008, he was charged. Most of the charges arising from this were dropped during the expiration of the statute of limitations.
That shit's
Son
crazy.
was then charged with conspiracy to commit murder, which are crimes to which the statute of limitations don't apply. He was found guilty and given a sentence of 7 years to life. He didn't spend long in prison before beating and executing his cellmate, and for that he got 27 years added to his sentence. So he's done for this time. Trayvon,
they put your ass in there with a motherfucker. They put your ass in there with old weenie motherfucker. That especially you get to talking, man. That's how motherfuckers end up with more time. And it's fucked up, but it is what it is and how it is. But this is where we gonna go ahead and end this. So again, like I say, remember what I said because I said it. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Definitely bing that bell so when you get that notification, the view is calling upon you to come view. So shows y'all love, show your support. Let me know how you feel about this. Like I said, I'm not gonna bring you nothing that ain't authentic, and I'm gonna comment and I'm gonna chop it up with you. I'm not gonna sit here and just react to it with a oh no. Nah, we ain't gonna do all that, or just sit here and be like, grits. Hold on. I think my baby daddy texted me, so I'm not gonna watch it no more. Oh yes. Oh wow. No. We gonna go ahead and get into this. We gonna chop it up with you about it, whatever knowledge I'm informative of. I'm gonna conversate with you about it, and at the same time, I'm gonna roast. And when y'all have a guest, we gonna roast, and then we gonna roast some more, and we gonna roast some more because that's just how we do. When you in class, you gotta be the class clown, and you gotta let them know I'm here to do the class act. 1.